Hello everyone, it is me, Reece Spice, and the wonderful Ms. Danny Booth from Memory Card Full for another Friday evening Just Chatting stream. And now, I know I have said someone else, and they're not here, but Danny, are you there?
Hello.
Yeah, there she is. We've got another Just Chatting stream for you lined up tonight, and it's going to be a good one. We're talking about games, and that apparently there's other things that exist in life that aren't games, but we'll talk about them as well. While you are here, if you're a returning subscriber or if you're new, you can do me one favour, because it really does help out the channel. You can hit that like button, that subscribe button, that bell icon as well. Full notifications anytime we upload a video, go live with the stream. Other social medias are pinned right to the top of the chat by Ms. Danny Booth. We have an Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Discord, TikTok. We've probably got a billboard somewhere in the UK. I'm a professional skywriter, and I will abseil, smash through your windows, and shout memory card full quotes directly into your face for $5.99 a month.
Memory card full!
Memory card full! Like it! Yeah, so that's what we're going to be doing. Hello, everybody in the chat.
I'm emptying all my SD cards, I promise.
Well, no, it's not for you.
Hello there, Alex. How you doing?
Who have we got in the chat? We've got you in the chat. We've got Mr. Mark Forrest. We've got lovely Saztag and Ms. Alex. By the way, to our colloquial cousins, our friends across the pond, our family, our once, twice removed, generation removed family, cousins, as they say. Happy Thanksgiving for yesterday. I hope you all ate a lot of turkey, had some cranberry, pumpkin pie, done a Monopoly, and absolutely no family arguments. That's the good thing.
I was watching a little bit of the Macy's Day Parade on TikTok. Somebody was live streaming it on TikTok.
Oh, very nice. Very nice.
I didn't realise that was a Thanksgiving thing. I thought it was a Christmas thing, but I suppose it kind of gets blended into one, doesn't it, with them being like so close together?
I'd imagine so. I don't want to sort of dip my toe into how Americans celebrate that, because we don't have it over here. We have like Halloween.
Nah.
And then the second that strikes midnight and disappears, everyone's like, running straight towards the Christmas decks. And it's like, shut your face, it's November. I won't have it.
You always get excited about Christmas in November.
No,
because technically Christmas only goes to like the 25th of December, doesn't it? Because after that, people are like, it's not Christmas anymore. You can't celebrate.
You celebrate on the...
Oh my God, just let people do what the fuck they want to do. Jesus Christ.
By the way, guys, if you know anybody that wants to just sit around and chat in the chat and, you know, join our sort of, I was going to say cult, but it's not a cult, is it? But join us, and then please feel free to share us around as well. Dan boy, are you my Thanksgiving leftovers because you're looking like a midnight snack? Yeah, I finally decided to pull my shit together and go get a hair and beard cut, and I'll tell you what, I feel fresh, I feel good, and it is like...
Yes, because you've got a what tomorrow? What have you got tomorrow, Reece?
Whoa, that might be a talking point, Danny. I don't want you to jump the gun right there, because they're all queued up on the stream deck.
Apologies, Reece doesn't clue me in on what we're going to be speaking about before stream, because he wants that authentic...
I couldn't
even think of a second word.
That real reaction. None of this fake business. None of this prepping her with questions. She don't know what I'm going to say. You think I plan what I'm going to say? Just an idiot. It's just the scribblings of a man-band being shouted down a microphone directly to you via the internet. And that's what this is, unfortunately, for you guys.
Why so bitter, guys? We're not bitter, Mark. It's just me and Reece have completely different viewpoints on the whole Christmas saga.
The Christmas saga.
If that's not a Christmas film on Netflix, then it should be.
But the Christmas saga, what would it be about? Like, who's usually in Christmas? Who's in every Christmas film? Emma Stone is in every Christmas film. Will Ferrell.
No, she's in all like the Christmas princess ones.
Hugh Grant.
No, hang on. Give me a minute. Catch up on the chat.
That's exactly how it is in America. They completely ignore Thanksgiving. No one should ignore Thanksgiving. You're looking fine, my mate. Yeah, it's not a bad glow up, if this is what you consider a glow up, but it's all good. Danny, don't mess with the strict order. It is a strict order because I had to I spent the entire day loading stuff into a stream deck. So anyone that's messed around with a stream deck knows what a pain in the arse that is. what I need to do is like develop. You know, when
having to do the whole 6 degrees of separation thing. It's like I remember somebody who was in something else, but I can't remember his name. So I went to Google the program that he was in to find out his name, to find out the show, the film that he was in that I'm on about, and then you'll want to know what I'm on about by the time we get back to it anyway. But crack on.
What? Danny, I understand that they were words in a sentence, but I don't quite know what you meant. But
I'll get to it.
Yeah,
Right,
you'll
hang
get
on.
to it.
Princess
All right,
Switch. Right, what's her name? Hang
Princess
about 2
Switch?
seconds.
All right.
Vanessa Hudgens.
Oh, old VH. Yeah, no, I know.
I know we're like 15 minutes past that talking point, but I just had to do it, or else it would annoy me.
That's
Okay,
all right.
crack on.
Occasionally, just look up actresses on your phone. Actresses. What
I'm looking at my
generation am
phone
I
on the
from?
laptop.
Actors. Sorry. You should just look it through and just every now and then just spin off a different one. I'll be in the middle of a sentence and you'll just be like, "It's fucking Drew Barrymore, mate." Like what? You'll be like, "Don't worry about it. It's all good." It's a pop quiz. It's a pop quiz. You aren't allowed to study or even be notified of the subject. No, and
Nah, you just gotta know it, innit?
just wait, just know it and be a legend. I'm not a huge fan of Thanksgiving or Christmas. Just in the Halloween vibe, rest of the year, and most likely my life. Yeah, I'm like spooky skeletons and horror films all year round, not just for Halloween.
See, I really like Halloween, and I like horror stuff, and I love like Halloween stuff, and like my birthday's in October, so that like always combines in into stuff like that. But I also like the build up to Christmas because it feels nice. Like it's like I like pretty lights, and I like food, and I like the cold.
Yeah, the cold's all right. Mr. Adam Foster's just joined the chat. Mr. Adam Foster, you absolute stone cold legend. Look, I even did this today. I've
Hello.
sorted that. By the way, guys.
Yeah, I've got you all pixely on Discord. It's shit.
No, I'm sorry. There's nothing I can do about that.
Nah.
But
I'm on 4G as well.
On 4G. I will say this, everyone. Mr. Adam Foster there, who's just popped in the chat, he is my jiu-jitsu buddy. He likes to beat me up a hell of a lot, and he is also a very, very, very talented illustrator. You can find his stuff of Adam Foster Illustrations on Instagram. Go follow him. He's an absolute pen-wielding genius. Don't understand how people can draw.
No.
My brother used to be really good at it, and he never pursued it. It's like piano and drawing are two things that I'd love to learn how to do, but I just can't because I'm so cack-handed. It just doesn't work.
I can't. No, it's not for me.
It's not for me. But yeah, no, Adam, I'm very, very good. I'm nice and chilled. Just, you know, it's going to be a nice stream.
There's Adam's Instagram link for you guys
Thanks
if you
for
want to
chat.
check out.
Adam,
his,
anytime, buddy, anytime. It's what people do, isn't it?
illustrations.
Is it illustrations? What did I say? Ah, there we go. Wonderful.
Sorry, I don't think you heard me then. Discord keeps dipping out.
No, sorry. I like mulled wine and Christmas markets. You can get mulled wine at Christmas markets.
See, I like the idea of a Christmas market, but
People. Actually don't eat any of the Thanksgiving food. I just have pasta and salad. Oh, I'd have absolutely smashed a turkey to pieces. I'd have eaten the whole thing.
what classes as Thanksgiving food though? Like obviously I know turkey.
Turkey, pumpkin pie, greens, arguments, probably some
That's not
wine.
food.
What, greens? Yeah, broccoli.
I've heard mac and cheese is a staple.
You can get mac and cheese at Staples. Let's go to fucking Staples.
Is Staples still going?
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's still going. There's a giant.
Is that a British thing? Because if it is a British thing,
No,
you have to explain it to...
Staples is American. Staples is American, and then they like,
Oh, right, okay.
and then they brought it over because apparently we.
What was ours that we used to have?
It's probably called like fucking stationery. It's where you get your fucking stationery, isn't it?
Get your fucking pens here, mate.
Yeah, because you know you are.
Turkey, stuffing, broccoli, cheese casserole. Broccoli cheese casserole.
Yeah.
Mashed potatoes, cranberry sauce.
in one sandwich.
Ah, no, you're missing some gravy, Spazheart. What's wrong with people?
Wow. What is this wrong? Just berate our viewers. Just what is wrong with you? Come on.
Everyone's so dry.
Need that moist maker.
Turkey stuffing, soup, cranberry sauce, mashed potatoes. See?
In a sandwich.
I ain't about that mash. Do you know what I mean?
You ain't about that mash. You can.
I ain't about that mash life. I'm all about that roast potato.
See, a really boring story between that used to happen in my life is me and my brother used to argue constantly about having bits in the mashed potato or not. Why would you want bits? Why would you want the lumpy bits? No, you want smooth.
No, nobody wants lumpy mashed potato. It's like, why would you want lumpy peanut butter? You want the smooth. You want it smooth.
Oh, sometimes I enjoy the haunch.
Nah, shut your dirty mouth. All you ever want is smooth things.
Smooth peanut butter, a seal, silk,
a dolphin,
a dolphin's butt. What else is smooth? Guys, put in the chat the smoothest item you've ever touched.
Keep it clean.
Yeah, as much as you can. Main Christmas meats. Oh.
See, but we have 3 Christmas meats because, you just got to have it, haven't you?
You just got to have 3. Yeah, like.
Well, I suppose it depends what you mean by main Christmas meats, though, because we have our main Christmas meats.
Smoothest thing.
That's my own question.
Smoothest thing. Smoothest thing
but we
you ever
also
touched.
have like
you.
bacon.
But, yeah, I want to know. I really want to know what sort of lunatic back in the day went. Right, we have 1 bird for Christmas, right? We've got that turkey. He's like, yeah, we've got that turkey. It's like, I'm going to fucking stuff a chicken in it. Like, what? You know, we have a 2-bird roast. No. I'm going to stuff that duck in that chicken, in that turkey. We have a 3-bird roast. I'm going to
Depends how wealthy you were, though, because if at Christmas you couldn't have a turkey, or it might be the other way around, actually, I'm not sure. It'd usually be goose. Or maybe it's the other way around. I can't remember.
Or eat the weakest family member. I'm sure it's happened. I don't make the rules.
I don't understand that whole stuffing a bird with another bird thing, like putting that bird up that other bird's crack. I can't. I don't. It's not for me. Just. What do you mean it's not for you? What, doing it or eating it? Just have your separate birds. Because then you're gonna have either like a really juicy innard and a really dry outside, or like a really juicy outside and a dry innard. And I can't. Just do your 3 separate birds. I know you're limited on oven space, right? But work it out. Bit of Tetris. You know what you're doing. Just like crack on. No.
Just no. What if you run out of plates? What are you going to do? Stack them up and put like a big skewer through them, like a kebab. You know, like they would do with the sandwiches when they keep them together.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that. But you just like stack the turkey on the bottom and then the mid-sized bird and then the smaller one on top, and then you get a gigantic like saber or like a spear,
like a kebab.
and just boosh straight down the middle, and then just carve that up with a chainsaw. Family meal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some people have duck geese. Ducks geese. What? Oh, what?
Who?
Who's a duck? What?
People have ducks, geese, etc. Oh, Max, answering my question from before
right.
what does Mark mean by main meats? Our main meats that we have are. I love how this has turned into a bloody Christmas chat when there wasn't even supposed to be. But anyway, our main meats are beef, turkey, and gammon. And I know that gammon doesn't actually technically go on a roast dinner. Some people pull the nose up at that, but gammon's the nicest to pick at.
Yeah, I could.
And you can make some good butties out of it.
I'll say that. I won't say his name, but one of our friends never had gammon before, and then one day he had it on Christmas Day, and he cried because it was so good. I don't fucking blame him.
We had gammon for Christmas last year, and it was a very nice piece of gammon, and it made some really good butties, right? And then for New Year, Mum was like, "Oh, get another bit of gammon. It was really nice at Christmas, right?" And that gammon were human. I'm telling you now, that weren't a pig. That
was
were
people.
human. It didn't. It weren't that. It were a human. I'm telling you.
It would set Trevor down road. Just got hacked up down local to butchers. Gravy was invented to cover up for bland and tasteless food, Danny. If you make it right, you don't need the gravy. Double the bird, double the flavour. That is true. So triple the bird, triple the flavour.
Don't carry on with the comments after Spazzac has just
I'm
insulted
getting through them.
me.
I'm getting through.
So,
No, he can insult you all he wants. Hold on. Let me read. Let me read. Danny, can you read the comments?
I'm in shock here. Double the bird, double the flavour. Just like I won't put ketchup on steak. Right.
No.
Hold your asses here, Spazzac. Right. If you're comparing ketchup to gravy there, then we've got an issue and you've never had proper gravy, my friend. Because ketchup...
Yeah, I'm just getting
ketchup
comfortable
is
for
just
this.
a condiment. Gravy is the heart and soul of a meal, right?
Of the northern
If you
people.
have shit gravy, then you might as well just throw your entire meal away because you ruined it, right? But gravy is a perfect accompaniment
to everything.
And I won't have anything said about it.
Go out on a Sunday walk, you have a flask full of gravy. You know, you go to study
and
archery.
I will say, actually, I'm not really a big fan of ketchup.
Oh,
I don't really have ketchup with anything other than...
when it's in a burger.
Yeah, if you go to like McDonald's or whatever and they have it in your burger, then crack on. But it's got to be with a bit of mustard as well, do you know what I mean? Can't just have ketchup, because ketchup on its own is just shite.
It always freaks me out that, you know, that little bit of separation you get with the water and stuff like that. If that goes on my plate with a meal...
Don't talk about separation.
What?
What? Wait, I'm Googling this, Spazzac.
Turducken. We also have this abomination called turducken. You know how it always evolves into the ways of food. Yeah, gravy is S tier. Yep, super tier indeed.
What's in the middle?
Reece is getting comfy. I was prepared for an argument that didn't happen, unfortunately.
Well, I can only have an argument with somebody who's not on the call.
Wait till next week. You can throw abuse at each other then. I drink and have drunk a cup of gravy. Yeah, me too. It's a standard thing, isn't it? You've got to do it.
No, you don't drink gravy.
Yeah, you do.
You
bathe in it.
Dip,
you treat it like a god.
None of you know. You don't understand. See, Mark knows.
Mark knows.
Wait. I was through chat with it. Oh no, sorry, that was Adam. Sorry, I've got my glasses on, so I can't see names properly. Gravy is S tier. Wait, what's S tier? Is that good or bad?
Super tier.
Oh right, yeah, I'll let you off then, Adam. We can be friends. I didn't know whether you were one of them Southerners who has a problem with gravy. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, Danny, look, come on, look. I've never tried to insert the wedge into the north-south divide here, and I don't appreciate you trying to do it.
You're such a liar.
Hey, Sam Jeffries! Oh my God, we've got Sam Jeffries, we've got Adam in here, we've got all the crew, they're all turning up.
Gravy is just putting flour in the skillet to get some use out of the grit. Right, Spazzac. We've been friends for a while now, and these things that you're saying in the chat, they're deeply, deeply hurting me. They're hurting my soul. I need you to stop.
I use gravy as a meaty moisturiser. Exactly. You got to whether it's on food you're about to consume or you just wake up, your skin's a bit dry, you just go make some Paxo kind of stuff, rub it on, you walk out the door. Not only do you feel fresh, feel smooth, and feel good, you smell like a goddamn treat. So everyone's going to want to go up to you. You go on the bus, people are going to be smelling your neck whether you like it or not. I would.
Depends how you've made your gravy though. I'm not for these gravy granules shit.
You gotta go get gravy from the source, go down to the gravy mines and hack at the gravy rocks.
Yeah,
and then suckle upon them.
Ew, don't say suckle.
That's two things I'm not allowed to say. I don't know what I said earlier that pissed you off. I said something. Oh,
it was. No, I can't remember.
No, neither can I. But can we get on to a little bit of a talking point, which I'm gonna not reuse what we did last week, but I'm definitely.
Well, you said you only had 2 questions, so.
I've got 2 questions, but I've got 4 talking points.
Oh.
So, here we go. It's small, Reece. And this
No, Sam, don't say suckle in the chat, 'cause now I have to keep looking at it until
Suckle.
it slides up.
He just misspelled buckle. That's all he did. So
Everybody's doing it.
Yeah, suckle the gravy teat.
Ew, don't say teat.
My God, that's three things now. Every dog will be chasing you if you bathed in gravy. Yeah, I like that. I like the fear of maybe getting mauled by a dog. Right. So this is a gaming channel. Are we talking about something other than gravy? Yes, we are, Adam. Yes, we are. That is why I've gone all small.
No, it's just a full gravy stream, I'm afraid.
But we're going to be talking about games and why games are bad at the minute, and some meta scores, because there's some revelation happened earlier this week or the end of last week that shocked me to my very core, and it was Metacritic scores. Now, Metacritic scores are voted on two sorts of things. One is critically acclaimed people giving reviews and reviewing it professionally. The other is us, our mere mortals, that gather together to either praise something that has been created or generally rip it to pieces like a dog when you're covered in gravy. So this is it, right? I'm going to go back to it because it needs to be done. So the Metascore, here it is. Look at that, beautiful Grand Theft Auto Definitive Edition. Metacritic score of 52. 5 critical reviews. User score 0.5. Now let's all just agree on that's just not good for games that were so well accepted and so beautifully designed originally. You take the Forerunner. I'm not talking about the couple of 2D ones, because why would I want to talk about the 2D ones? We live in a 3D. No, what dimension do we live in, Danny? Is it third or the fourth? It's the third dimension. Anyway, we live in such a dimension.
I live in one.
I don't live in one. I live in an outside space, the eternal dark. I just wait and pray. But yeah,
I'll get on that extra gravy themed content, Adam. Don't worry about it. We're gonna become a gravy themed mukbang channel.
Danny, I'm pretty sure that there's such a niche for people. Like, there's a woman that made some like $5 or $6 million a year for eating crab claws. I'm pretty sure that we could just neck some gravy, do some gravy shots, and see how it goes. Some of these Metacritic scores are so misleading. Yes, they are. But
they really are.
I just want to talk about how Rockstar Games. Because I write in this.
Oh God, he's getting out the notebook.
Oh, yes he is. Yes,
Everybody
he is.
worry.
Oh, yes he is. Right. Don't worry. This is not a poem. It's not a limerick. It's nothing special. It's just I wrote down 6 games that Rockstar have made, other than these. Okay, and like from all across the timeline that we live in, and like, I understand this was made by like Rockstar, I don't know what other sister channel they have, and then Grove Street Games as well. I understand that there was some trouble with the definitive edition, but they already had the foundations to already build on, and they messed it up. But like, how could Rockstar allow something to like come out that was so bad when they have brought out games like Bully, Red Dead Redemption 2, Manhunt, Max Payne, Midnight Club, The Warriors, and the 360 banger that was table tennis. Did anyone play the table tennis game, by the way? Because it was fucking excellent.
No.
You never played the Xbox 360 Rockstar table tennis game? It was wild. It was so out of like the realm of what they've ever done before to make a sports game, and they was like, we've got all this new power in the Xbox 360. What sports game could we make? Should we do some skateboarding? No. Should we do basketball? No. It's like, what is the untapped font of like, what could we bring into the mainstream? They went, let's do some table tennis. And they was like, yes, Steve, you've done it again. And it was really, really good. And I just want to know what's happening to games, because it's not just this one. Oh, hello, Connor. Hi, I bet there's gravy ice cream. I bet there is gravy ice cream.
Probably.
Okay.
In fact, I'll Google it right now and tell you.
There you go. You get a nice big welcome. There we go. Because I'm tiny, the welcome must be big. Don't worry, the notebook is actually scribbled stick figures and teats. Yeah, damn right it is. But this isn't the only bad game that came out. And considering they were so loved, so well accepted, and so, everyone's got a favourite Grand Theft Auto game. And it doesn't matter if it is the very first one or the latest one or even online.
There's mashed potato and gravy ice cream.
That's gross. But I don't understand how they can get it so wrong, and it's becoming worse and worse because broken games are just, well, they're just a thing that happens. I don't quite understand, because the next one that we're going to talk about is slightly up. It's this one. Oh, look at it. Yeah, this is the PS5 version. I basically just went on Metacritic and was like this. Oh yeah, by the way, these are all from Metacritic.com. Battlefield is another one, unfortunately, that I don't know. Look, I say this all the time when we talk about games, because it's got to be very, very difficult to have the imagination to even think up a story within a game, or create a sort of meta within it that can be used and tweaked and changed and all that along the way. But it just needs to stop. I was so looking forward to Battlefield 2042, and I know that it can be built on, and I really understand that it will eventually be really good. But do you want to wait? Like, do you want to wait? Where are the features? And they were talking like DICE and EA were talking about as well, like legacy features, like an end of the match scoreboard and in-game chat of like things that aren't there, like critical things that people like to look up. Like, Danny, you play a lot of Apex Legends, right? Correct? Oh, I've lost her. Oh no.
No, I'm still here. Can you hear me?
No, I couldn't hear you.
Oh yeah, I've said I play a lot of Apex Legends.
Yeah, you play a lot of Apex Legends, so you understand, like, you're not like all about them stats. I know you're not. You play it for the love of playing the game, but
yeah,
you enjoy watching them, don't you? By going, oh, I got this much damage, or got that much, or would you feel like cheated out if you was to like have a really banging match on Apex Legends? Like, didn't matter if you won, didn't matter if you lost. But if at the end of the game it just ended, went back to the menu, and you had no idea like what your score was, or what was, you know, how much damage you did, like how even the distance you ziplined and stuff like that, would you feel cheated if it wasn't there and there was like, oh, this is a legacy thing? Oh.
I guess so. I mean, I suppose it's one of those things really, like obviously with Apex Legends and with a lot of different games now, you have like the ranked system. So I suppose those things count because obviously they add up to points, which adds up to where you are in ranked. And then in like the normal matches and stuff, I wouldn't really be bothered about it as much. But it's still nice to know and see those things and kind of see an accumulation of what you did for that match, or how much damage something did, or, you know, just things like along those lines. And it wouldn't matter massively to me, I don't think, but if that was the only thing that was like missing, and if they wanted to make it more like immersive and less, you know, player respawn, then I don't know though. I suppose it very much just depends on what people were expecting from the game and what they promised from the game. And I just don't think it was what, when you compare, you know, the new Battlefield to previous Battlefield titles before it, it's a completely different feeling compared to how people are talking about this one now, and kind of the following that the previous ones had.
Yeah.
And I understand needing to like change things up and wanting to do something a little bit different, but it's where do you draw that line between kind of
pumping the games out,
you know,
like Call of Duty, and then like we'll talk about that in a sec. But I agree. I mean, if you've already built, like, as I say, I generally don't know because I've never done it, like built a game, but like you really, it just comes down to finishing them. And as Mark says, sounds like they rushed it out and unfinished. Yeah, and like there's silly things that go on.
I do feel like there's a lot of things that go on behind the scenes though that we don't really know about as consumers. But then I also think it's a consumer thing as well, where we've gone to the opposite side of the spectrum now, as we have with a lot of things, where there's so much stuff out there to play that it kind of becomes a bit overwhelming and you just expect stuff all the time.
Yeah, I'm going to sound like a right old fuddy-duddy here, but I blame that on social media. but it hasn't helped along the lines of it, really. But is it true that Peppa Pig has higher Metacritic rating than every other game you've shown thus far? Well,
yeah,
we'll see. We'll see if it's a slide later on. I think doing away with the yearly franchise release could innovate some of these issues. I agree. When's Peppa Pig on the channel? Fuck Peppa Rage. Peppa Pig can do one. Get out. I don't like it. But another one which I haven't played, which has also not been very well received, unfortunately, is the copy and paste games that everybody loves to hate. And it's Call of Duty Vanguard. Now, I generally can't say yes or no about this because I haven't played it, but
why are people hating it though? What is the reason why people are not liking it? Because as far as I'm concerned, Call of Duties have been copy and paste for a very long time now, and people have still been raving about them. So what is it about this one that people were like, no, I don't like this one?
I've seen a lot of videos on it of people with, because you get like a lot of Reddits and subreddits of people that just do like gun builds, and people go on there and go, okay, I've got to unlock this site, go unlock this attachment, this ammo, that and that, and then they just have a run of the mock of it. It's like back in the day with like Modern Warfare when they had like nothing but like, I think like the meta was like akimbo shotguns or something like that, and they had the same thing and they didn't realise that it wasn't balanced, and some guy got, I think it was something like, it was either 25 or 35 kills within something like 25 seconds with these shotguns, and they was just running through, just bang, 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 bang. And I think as well, they promised a lot with like their anti-cheat, and I don't think it's.
Oh, was it not as good as what they said it was going to be? I mean, that on its own must be extremely difficult to combat, because
like it's like
feels like they're always 10 steps ahead of you.
It's like what I was saying to you about PEDs and like steroid testing within sports the other day. Like, it's not so much a drug test as it is an intelligence test, and what you can get ahead of what, if you've got
what you can get away with.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just a case of that. But with this, it's all to do with like coding, and unfortunately, people that make these games, there are a lot of smarter people out there as well that make other technology for it that can break your game. And I've lost a lot of faith in Call of Duty because I really enjoyed Warzone. Like, the first Call of Duty game that I ever played was Call of Duty Warzone, and now I play some Cold War and zombies, and that was all okay. But I went back to Warzone for a fairly long time after it, and I really, really enjoyed it. I thought it was really great. And then when do you sort of give in and go, I'm sick of being shot behind walls, I'm sick of getting headshotted from across the map? And like, I'm in no way a sore loser whatsoever, because I understand there are people out there that are shit hot at this sort of stuff, that practice all day, play all day, played since the very first Call of Duty, and like, they just know how everything works, everything, like, they just know everything. And you do get them people, but you also get them people that go, no, I'm not dealing with that. I'm gonna have auto aim, I'm gonna have aim assist, I'm gonna have like one-shot kills, and it just ruins it. And it was rife with it, and I don't think the somewhat anti-cheat has worked particularly well, because didn't they like bust it within like 48 hours or something like that?
I don't know. I've not actually paid that much attention to what's been going on with it, because Call of Duty is not particularly interested me in a very long time, so
no,
it's not really something that I've paid attention to.
But it's another developer, isn't it, of like an Ubisoft or an Ubisoft and an EA Sports sort of thing, and these guys, I think, I wrote it down who it was made by, and now I've just chucked my pen out of here, and I didn't make a thing. Yeah, but they made, it was Sledgehammer Games, and they made Modern Warfare 2, Advanced Warfare, World War 2, Modern Warfare, Black Ops Cold War, and Vanguard. So I've played one out of them, but I've heard that they are very, very samey, especially the Modern Warfare 2 remake to this. And they've just basically said it's Modern Warfare 2, but with, World War 2 skin on it.
Well, yeah, it's like Mark's just said in the chat, if people are willing to pay for games that are basically reskins, then they won't change the designs, which is true. It needs to come from the consumer as well. It needs to come from people being like, well, do you know what? No, I'm not going to spend, 50, 60, 70 quid on this game that I'm just not going to enjoy, especially when you put it up against something like the Halo Infinite multiplayer that is
banging,
free to play, and the entirety of the game is going to be free to play for obviously Xbox Game Pass subscribers. You've then got to look at like, okay, well, is somebody really going to want to play a £70 game that doesn't particularly work? It's a difficult one, really, and there isn't something that's just a simple answer to it either. It needs to come from a lot of different areas being overhauled. People get antsy about Nintendo's release schedule, but they put out some wonderfully polished games. Yeah, that's true. I mean, I can't imagine how disappointing it must be for developers as well to put out a game and for them to they must know when it's being released that it's broken and that certain things are not going to work and that people are not going to be happy with certain things. And it must be so soul crushing for something that you've worked on for the past however many years or however long you've been working there, to then just for people to just be like, oh, it's awful, like I'm not playing it, it's just broken. And you know, I can't imagine how that must feel.
But it is like it goes along the line of like the same sort of thing of underwear as well. Like you can't give it back once you've bought it. Like even if it's broken, it's very, very rare that you will get a refund for it. Like I would happily ask for a refund for Battlefield. Do you know what I mean? I would have happily asked. Well, I wouldn't have happily asked for a refund for Cyberpunk because it was a present from you. But if I'd have bought it myself, it's like the only time I've ever noticed like a mass refund sort of thing going on. Otherwise, you're kind of screwed. It's what Steam do well. They let you play it for like 3-4 hours, I think it is, and then like that's your refund time. But when you buy them on console, you're pretty much just like they hand over your money and it's like, yeah, sorry about it, it's fucked. But hello there, Commander Keen. Hello. Sorry about that, my friend. There we go. Lovely stuff. Get a nice big welcome. And video games should be cancelled. Agreed. Everything should be cancelled. Some games have made great strides and changed the way the games. I agree. Even from a copy and pasting that kind of has worked is the Assassin's Creed sort of things of how I don't understand how they can write stories that big within a year. Like it that baffles me. Like that's insane. They must be working on so many games at so many different times. But they went from like their standard to what it was to then making it into a full-fledged RPG, which is probably the steps they wanted to take anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, but shall we have a look at this last slide because it's going to make everyone laugh. It is Peppa Pig. Peppa Pig for PS4. My friend Peppa Pig. The Metascore is 1 critical review. It is user scored 120 at 8.5.
Do you know what? I'd have smashed this game when I was younger. I loved things like I loved the Rugrats PS1 game. That was just incredible. I liked the Shrek game on GameCube.
Oh, don't, because I made a note about what who's developed what, and I put down that it was Dice EA made the Shrek games. So yeah,
I adored my Shrek game. I don't even know what it was called. I can't even remember, and it was really hard as well. But like, I really enjoyed it, and I loved the Rugrats game.
Video games are pants, confirmed indeed. I don't personally put too much stock in reviews of types. We all have different views, you know. Yeah, this was just a thing that
saying this.
I just found this hysterically
whenever it was,
funny.
I can't remember, but we said about like reviews. I don't really pay that much attention to like reviews. I know that people have certain people who they trust and who they go to for reviews, but for me, it's always kind of been a case of, if I really want to play it, I'll play it for myself and decide. But then I do understand it's why things like PS Now and Xbox Game Pass are so good, because you can try out games and you don't necessarily have to pay an extra amount of money for them, because games are becoming more and more expensive now, same with everything, and people can't afford to, you know, dish out £60, £70 on a game that they might not actually enjoy.
Not actually enjoy it, and might be completely broken. Like financially, say if you can buy like 2 or 3 games a year and you're really looking forward to one, and then it comes out and you're like, well, that's that done. And it could even go to a point of like putting you off gaming by going, everything that I buy is just a bit fucked, and I have to wait for a patch for this and wait for a patch for that. And I understand that it's very, very complicated, but I think it needs to work from the top down, like most businesses, that you have to let people know at the top that it's getting harder and harder to make games because everything is so graphically intense now that it is the up and ups probably going, well, yeah, you know, if you did that in that time, it's easier now. Like, you've got the better technology, it's easier probably to do that. You probably knock that out of park in a year, and it's not always possible to do that. You know, there's different, especially the last couple of years.
But then I don't think it helps with the expectation as well that you know, the Call of Duty games and the Assassin's Creed games and you know, FIFA and things like that churn out games every year, because then people expect it. They expect that in 12 months you're going to be able to just make a game and it work, and you bring it out and it's fine and people enjoy it. Like, there's games that need to be in development for 5+ years before they can come out and be decent for you to play, because at the end of the day, they're a very large form of entertainment that doesn't just give you like what a film would, with like an hour and a half or 2 hours of entertainment. Like, these are worlds that people are building. It's all the little things that you don't think about, the little posters and like the wall textures and the floor textures and
water
just
effects,
everything
grass,
that goes into
everything.
a game. Water effects, like it just, I don't know, I guess it's one of those things where, like I said, a lot of different factors need to be kind of looked at.
And as that will go, that'll have to go from the top down, and like there just needs to be a big meeting with everybody and go, I think everybody just needs to chill out, stop like trying to, and try and do it without crunch as well. You know, it's sad to see that there was this.
Her eyes are on the same side of her face. That's nightmare fuel.
Damn
oh
right.
Yeah, Alex, don't Google realistic Peppa Pig. Oh my god, it's much more palatable in cartoon form. I really don't want to Google realistic Peppa Pig.
I'm not going to do
What about sexy Peppa Pig? Is that a thing?
I'm not Googling that. What about, where's the Pingu game? I didn't know there was a Pingu game. Otherwise, that would replace every other game on this channel.
Is there a Pingu game?
I don't know.
Pingu game. There must be, surely.
Too late, Spaztac. No. Yo, Reece, can you put up some coordinates that I can give you and just load up into Google Maps? I really want your opinion on something. I don't have that set up at the moment. I've got one screen set up for the internet in a bit. But we could definitely do it another time. Because I've been setting all this up and stuff. But it's all good. We've got another thing to talk about in a moment, which is something about my life and something about that I find quite fun. Because games are fun. But what is more fun to me is this. Look at it. Daddy, look at it!
You've got permission from all these people.
Nope. No, I haven't. I've stolen it off G. Thank you very much, G, for letting me use your Google Drive to record this, but it's all good. There's Connor sitting down there, all sitting in a group, having a nice little meeting. I'm just behind the guy standing up. There I am, kneeling down. But yeah, this is what I do when I'm away from channel. This is Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. As you can see, you roll around on the floor wearing essentially big pajamas that are the same material as a tea towel. It's good stuff.
Yeah, the material is really horrible. It's so like hard and just like rough.
It's not. It's lovely.
It is.
It's good sport. It's great fun. And I say this weekend. It's tomorrow. Let me turn down the music a little bit. Tomorrow I have got my first jiu-jitsu competition that I've done in, I don't know, absolute years, and I'm very nervous about it, but it's going to be a lot of fun. Just copy and paste the coordinates in. It's nothing weird, but I want to show you what you think. This is more interesting.
They aren't folding clothes while people are still in them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's very weird.
So many Reece lookalikes. No, there's not. There's only one of me. But yeah, this is So I didn't put.
Commander Keen, can you screenshot it and post it in the Discord? Because I can see Discord right now.
It actually looks so much fun. Yeah, I strongly suggest this. This is medicine to me. This is meditation. This is absolutely everything, and I love it. It's so much fun. Oh, I'm just about to tap Jake. Oh, are you? Where? What did you tap him with, by the way? That's Adam there, just kneeling up in front of the guy with the white gi. He's just slapped and bumped, and he's going to go. But yeah, this is the sport I love. This is MMA without the punches. This is all the groundwork that people get annoyed about and just like, why aren't they bleeding? But this is so technical. Everything that's getting done in this room by these amazing people. It's just so good to watch, and I'm very lucky to have found this school and found the people that I'm training with now, because it feels like home, and they made me so very welcome when I walked in, and I was all lonely and scared and nervous about talking to people. And like, the funny thing is about making friends when you do something like this, like any combat sport, like especially when you're new and you walk in, you just kind of walk in, you're like, oh hi, hey everyone, how are you doing? And like, you try and get to know people. But the best way to get to know people is just to fight them, and that's what you do. It's a lot of fun. What's your Discord user, Danny?
I don't know. Hang on. How do I find that out?
Oh, I don't know. Danny should be in our Discord, Commander Keen. Are you not in our Discord? But yeah, so on tomorrow I should be taking part in. Is it the Europeans or something like that? We practice murder with friends. Yeah, we do. We practice strangulation. The art of joint manipulation and
I think it's that what I've just posted in chat, Commander King.
Okay,
I think.
I wish my motor skills were better. I'd love to learn a contact sport. Honestly, this will help massively. I think this is the best sport in the world. It's so technical and weird and wonderful, and you get hurt, you get a little bit injured every now and then, but you know, you can fall up the stairs and then bash your noggin on the step. I really commend everybody to do it. I'm just watching the footage now, and it makes me so happy. I love being on the mats. Danny, would you ever do it?
No.
Why?
No, I definitely would not, because it would not be good for me and my skin.
Well, I have terrible skin, and yet I do it, and it's good fun.
Well, yeah, but your cat scratched me like 3 weeks ago, and I've still got them marks on my skin. So
that's true. But yeah, it's the English Open. Oh, it's the English Open. I'm representing England, which is, you know, fantastic. I'm not really. It's just. But I will say, there's nothing better than we've got like a full team, like the CSA team where we train right there. That's like the whole team. But for some reason, we've like enveloped our own little white belt squad, and it's just so good. And I didn't realise that this music had such a good drop in it. I don't know. I'm obsessed with watching it. But whenever I watch like footage back and everything like that, I never watch what I'm doing. I'm always watching what everyone else is doing, because I remember when I watched my boxing footage back one day, I was like, what am I actually doing in my life? Like, I was like, it looks so bad. Everyone else just looks so much smoother and so like technical with it. And like, there's Marcelo about to do something well good. Must feel good knowing you can walk up to a group of people and that I can fight you up.
See, that's the thing though, isn't it? It's like Jiu-Jitsu's not really about that. It's not particularly, I mean, don't get me wrong, there's going to be people in all sports that are kind of aggressive and like, you know, and it's about hurting people for them, but Jiu-Jitsu's more about skill. It's more,
and it shows it like it doesn't really matter your size or anything like that, because if you were ever involved in like a fight or anything like that, and you got taken to the floor, you know what you're doing, like, and that's the worst thing that they could possibly do. When they do it, just a lot of guys going at it. No, it's not like that. Sometimes
there's a few women in there as well.
Yeah, there is. We got there's quite a few ladies that come down and train, to be quite fair, and a lot of them are absolute savages. But
Commander Keen, I'm not 100% sure what it is that I'm looking at. Is this something that's washed up in the ocean? You'll have to let me know in the chat.
Is it weird?
No, he's just sent me coordinates, and then there's a picture of a scuba diver and what looks like some sort of washed up kind of
Is it a
ship,
mermaid?
but pardon?
Is it a mermaid?
No, but I'm not 100% sure what it is that I'm looking at.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just yanking your nana. Hey, don't be yanking on that. It's not for you. But Danny, would you like a very long-winded question?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, right, I'm going to try and read this out. My handwriting is the worst in the world, and I wrote this the other day, and I've already forgotten what I've written down, so that's...
Oh, God.
So that's good. So I put... oh, God. Knowledge is like liquid. It can flow through you like the wildest river out to sea. I don't... What the fuck have I written down now? Old word. Okay. Knowledge is like a liquid. It can flow through you.
Is this question anything to do with Jujitsu?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Knowledge is like a river. It can flow through you like the wildest, like a liquid, like flow through you like the wildest river out to sea to another person. Or it can be ingested like a hot bowl of soup on a winter morn. But sometimes it can be a struggle, like trying to absorb a large tango ice blast through a paper straw, because the confectionery guardians insist they have no plastic straws because they are bad for the environment. Well, I'll tell you what will be bad for the environment, Toby, when I launch this tango ice blast so hard it collects air miles. But Danny and chat, if you could absorb all the knowledge that you needed to become a master in one subject, what would it be?
I can never even read my own writing, Mark. Don't worry about it, because I always write proper, like, weirdly, and then I can never read it afterwards. If I could, what the hell has that got to do with Jiu-Jitsu? Would yours be Jiu-Jitsu?
No. I don't know. Probably Jiu-Jitsu or streaming. If I could learn everything about the YouTube algorithm, become a master in that, then yeah, that as well. But I definitely say this. I want to get to black belt. I want to be considered, good. What about you?
What mine would be. Are you ready?
I am.
Nutrition.
You want to be a master of nutrition?
Yeah, everything that you possibly need to know about how, like, my specific body works, not just bodies in general. I mean, like, my body and, like, what I need, and, like, being able to tell when you need, like, a certain thing or whatever. I'd love that.
So you'd be like, oh, today I need more, like, vitamin A, and then tomorrow I
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, that'd be a good idea. But then you could do that by becoming, like, the world's best chef. And then making wholesome meals for yourself. Like, that would be good as well.
What's this got to do with Jiu-Jitsu?
Oh, no, it's just about becoming a master of something. That was all. That was the question.
Oh,
like,
right, okay.
Yeah. Danny, when do my questions ever have anything to do that I wanted to talk about?
Never.
Never. But it's all well and good. Now, card counting? Card counting is a legitimate thing, though, isn't it? Like,
I wouldn't say it's legitimate, but...
Well, it's not technically
I mean, people
cheating.
do it, but I wouldn't say it's banned.
Yeah,
for good reason.
Seriously frowned upon, but whatever. I mean, just don't get caught if you're going to count cards in a Vegas casino, Has anyone ever seen that film, 21? It's got Evil Spacey in it, and if you can get past that, it's actually a really good film about card counting. I do drawing, writing, and photography as hobbies. I'd love to be professional in them, so probably those. If I could, I'd love to do jiu-jitsu or some kind of contact sport. Do jiu-jitsu, just try it once, you'll fall in love with it. It's what I tell everyone. But also health is good. Inner peace. I'm a master of inner peace. Now you want outer peace.
You want air peace.
Oh wow, cry harder for the big billionaire casinos.
I'd want to be the master of illusion.
What, like Chris Angel?
Oh God, what is it with you and Chris Angel?
Right, I saw Chris Angel.
The only like magician, for want of a better word, that you know.
It's the only one I've ever seen live, Danny. And I see. I watched Chris Angel when I was in Vegas, baby, and I watched him for 2 hours. This man who did some tricks, some that I worked out that I was like, yeah, I know. Like, I saw that. That's a fake mannequin. Oh, that's a fake hand. Oh, that's a plant in the audience and everything like that. There's one thing that he did that to this day I generally think he can teleport. So what he did is he was doing all these like sort of flouncy, sort of like very extra like stage performance. And I kept my eyes on this fucker for ages, right? And he built like this scaffold tower out of like connecting scaffold tubes. You get him, you see him on building sites and stuff like that. And he put it all together, and then he climbed up it, took off his shirt for some reason, because apparently that really helps with the transportation, probably makes him more streamlined when he dissolves his atoms and then reforms himself somewhere else. And that's exactly what he fucking did, right? So he climbs up to this top of this bastard scaffold thing, stands there, throws up this big curtain, and lets it drop. And then he's gone. Like, absolutely gone. And I wasn't, like, sitting directly in front of him. I was kind of off at the side, and I just saw him go. Like, I don't know what happened. He just dissimulated into nothingness and then reappeared in the crowd. And to this day, I cannot work out how he done it, apart from generally being magic. But yeah, Master of Chris Angel. You want to be the Master of Chris Angel? I'm sure he'd like that. But yeah. That's the only illusionist I've ever seen live, Danny. I've never been stopped by a street magician. I've never met David Bland. I've never met Dynamo, or even watched a Dynamo. I just know what he is, and he walked on the Thames, which is weird. I'm a big fan of Penn and Teller, but Chris Angel was a very good showman. He's alright. Penn and Teller, though, they're
I've never really seen Penn and Teller either. They did a Vegas residency, didn't they?
They did it for absolutely years. Yeah, you're not wrong. It's good. How long have I been doing Jujitsu for? Too long? Too long. My body just doesn't want to do it anymore. No, on and off, and I say off because of an injury and then COVID and then a little bit of mental health sort of stuff. I'd say I've been doing it for roughly about 3 years properly, 3-4 years on and off properly. But it was one of them things of like, I didn't find the right, I was at a school that was good, and then I got injured there, and then some things happened. I went to another one, and as much as I enjoyed it, I never really felt like welcomed and homely and so that's why I took some time off and whatnot, and then ended up down here with these lot, and absolutely love it. And as you can see right now next to me, that Sam's going for a buggy choke. Oh, he didn't get it. That's what he got me with, because I put one of these things up on Instagram and TikTok last night as a little thing, and that guy just there. That's Sam Jeffries, I believe, who's just in chat, or was in chat earlier. And yeah, he's tried.
See, I don't like having people all up on me either. I don't like people sweating on me and shit. So this has been all good for me.
Yeah, you get a lot of that. You get a lot of that sweat in the eye, sweat in the mouth. It's not your sweat. It's pretty damn gross.
And I don't like people grabbing at me.
Well, unfortunately, that's got to be done.
Nah, not for me.
Honestly, I don't know. I sort of enjoy being a jack of all trades, master of none. But that is not the phrase. It carries on, and it needs to be said more.
It does carry on.
It's like, jack of all trade, master of none, I'm better than you, so fuck off, or something like that. It's pretty much.
No, it's not.
I can never...
I mean, I'm sure you're not far off.
No, I'm pretty sure I'm right, though. Oh, no, it just went off. Oh, no. Boo, jiu-jitsu footage. All right, start again. I thought I'd put that on loop.
Jack of all trades is a master of none, but oftentimes better than a master of one.
That's it. I know. And I believe that to be true. I like, you shouldn't just corner yourself to having one skill.
You do eat a lot of sweat.
You do eat a lot of sweat. A lot of sweat, a lot of hair. And you get hit in the nards. You get hit in the nards a whole bunch. You come out feeling a little
What
bit...
made you want to start jiu-jitsu though? Because I would never be like, okay, I want to get fit. I know, let's go and let people sweat on me.
I've never told the story. So basically what it was,
I mean, probably, but you know, hashtag content.
Hashtag content, talk a lot of shit, and you probably pushed that out ages ago. I'll tell you again though. I've watched MMA for a very, very long time. Primarily, it was the UFC at first, and then like I found some other sort of things of like Bellator, and then ONE FC. ONE FC is really, really good. It's out in Asia. It's fantastic. And I've been watching that for a long time. And I was walking through one of my local high streets on a weekend, and with a bunch of people, and we saw they had cage fighting at a local club. I get hit in the balls so much, yeah, too much. It's not good. But they had local cage fighting at a local club, so we was like, oh fuck it, let's just go get tickets. And then as it was like Saturday, we'd have a few beers and stuff. We got like a VIP table that was cage side. So I've gone in and I'm in my element. I'm loving watching this and everything like that. And then one of the people that we was with was like, if you love it so much, why don't you do it? And I was like, I wouldn't know where to start. So I've kind of like got up and just gone to the bar to get a drink, or I've gone to use the loo, and I've come back and there was just a group of people.
Sorry, I was just laughing at Spark's comment.
You can almost smell the video and its feet. It's not the feet that, trust me, it's not the feet. I'll tell you about it in a minute. But yeah, I'd like come back to the table and there's a group of people sitting there, and I was like, I hear you want to start learning how to fight and defend yourself. And I was like, yeah. And they was like, okay, well, this is our school, this is what we do. You start Tuesday. And I went down there that Tuesday, and I never really left until I left and found another school. But I got into it because I just love it. And then from starting Jiu-Jitsu, I then got into boxing, and then did my boxing fight. I won that. And after that, I didn't want to strike anymore because I just didn't want to... I hurt the guy, and I didn't mean to, and I felt really bad. And I know that's a thing that you do in contact sports, but I didn't want to hurt him. I just went out there and wanted to put on a show, and then kind of felt bad afterwards, so I didn't want to do that. And I would like to do some striking training, but not actually fight. I don't know, but I say that, and then I'm like, oh, I could do a cage fight. I could do one. I could just do one, but I don't know. I'll have to speak to a fair few people before I do it to see what their thoughts are. Yeah, get sick with funk. Yeah, it's it's kind of like you walk into that room, and it's like
my high school weight room, feet bald and
Axe body spray. Yeah, there's no Axe body spray. But you walk in, and it's like a temperature that doesn't exist anywhere else on this plane of existence, if that makes sense. Like you walk in, and it'd be like if you was to have a shower on. To a certain temperature, and someone pisses on your leg, you're gonna know that there's a different temperature there, and you walk into that, and it's just like nothing else in the world. But you'll walk in and you'll try it once, and you'll just smile. It brings in such a like I say arcane. I don't mean arcane. I mean like sort of ancestral thing of like. And your past of just like rolling around on the floor. You ever watched a baby roll around on the floor? It's the fucking happiest thing in the world, and that's what we do. Apart from we learn how to strangle people with their own clothes.
I would not be smiling after this.
Oh, love it. I absolutely love it.
And yeah, I think Axe's links in the UK, Matt.
Axe's links in the UK.
At my high school boys' locker room, there was a sign on the door that said, "Welcome to the Nut House." Oh God.
That's hot. I like that. Right. Can we talk about this? From going from one ultimate sport that I love truly from the bottom of my heart, and I'll be competing Saturday, and we'll see how it goes. I'll let you all know in the Discord how it goes, if I win or if I get choked out in the first few minutes, which could equally happen. But let's talk about something else.
Wait, are you moving on to something that's not jiu-jitsu?
Yeah.
Right, hang on.
Why's that?
Because I've got a quiz here that's which UFC fighter are you?
Oh, okay, let's do that. Yeah. Is this
and
a
if you want
BuzzFeed
to play
quiz?
along in the chat, hang on, I'll copy and paste the link for you in the chat so you can play along if you want to. Hopefully this is UFC fighters that we know, but we'll see.
Right, which UFC fighter are you?
Right.
I've got a while answer, honestly.
How much trash talking do you do on a weekly basis? Are you ready for the answer?
Yeah.
I don't talk trash because I respect people. That's definitely not. That's a no.
That's a no.
Not much. I'm too badass to need to talk trash. I get into it sometimes, but it's all in good fun. Shut your face. You got nothing.
What do you reckon, Danny?
I reckon shut your face. You got nothing.
Oh, I know. I'm nice and respectful. I'm nice and respectful, to be quite fair. But I do like it. What was the third one? Was it like I chat a little bit of shit?
I get into it sometimes, but it's all in good fun.
Yeah, that one. Definitely that one for me. Like, I've never been. I will chat mad shit to people, but it's as I say, I don't ever mean it. I can't. I'm not that person.
Next question.
Yeah.
You like to party? Partying doesn't fit into my life. A bit here and there. All right, I get a little out of control sometimes. It's true. Why? You buying?
No, I don't party.
Partying doesn't fit into my life.
No, I'm too busy. I've got other things to do.
Too old.
Too old to party, yeah. It's all in good fun. I banter with all my mates.
Next question. What do you love most about life? Making others laugh, learning about the world and myself, the wild adventures, winning at everything.
Making people laugh. That's why I do this. Try and hopefully put some smiles on some faces and make people laugh and happy. That's what I want to do.
You've gotten into a silly argument with a person about the price of nachos. You still have the receipt in your pocket. There is no way they can win now. What happens next? I relentlessly taunt them and into betting a large sum and then embarrass the crap out of them. I play along for a short while before bursting out the receipt and laughing it off. I quickly and politely reveal the receipt, perhaps with a slight smirk.
I'll play. Danny, that just sounds like a wind-up. I'll play along and be like, pow, right in the kisser. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'd do.
Okay. Question 5 of 9.
Your
friend has a few DVDs at their place and asks you to pick one. Which do you put on?
Princess Diaries.
A recent Hollywood blockbuster, must-see Explosions. Taxi Driver, The Dark Knight, Life of Pi.
The Dark Knight? Fucking gonna watch The Life of Pi. What was the other one?
Oh, I don't know. I've clicked off it now.
No, it's always Batman.
One phrase to describe yourself. Go. I never quit. A student of life. I put on a good show. Don't fuck with me.
I don't know. I really don't know. Like, because I would like to be. Don't fuck with me, but I don't know. I just don't take. I don't know. Danny, read them out again, please. Sorry.
I never quit. A student of life. I put on a good show. Don't fuck with me.
I put on a good show. I like to think anyway. That's up to you guys. You can do that by hitting that like button, that subscribe button, that bell icon as well.
See, I would have said for you, and I never quit.
I've definitely quit. I've definitely quit. Quit skateboarding. quit pool.
Right. An acquaintance has been on your nerves for quite some time now. With each passing moment, they seem to grow more cocky and annoying, and you are now standing chest to chest with them. What happens next? I call them out on their bullshit, powerful yet distinct. I try to negotiate some peace, or this would never happen because I would have already slapped them silly long before.
I would say if it got to a point where you're bumping chests, I'd definitely say I'll call them on their bullshit if that was one.
Yeah.
You're a pair of strong sense. What does that say from Mark? Sorry.
You pair a strong sense of right and wrong with unparalleled willpower. You're a good person who thinks before they act, but you can kick some ass too.
Yeah, Mark.
Wait, is that? Does it not actually give you the UFC fighter then?
Whip out the receipt like a Yu-Gi-Oh tracker.
Talent, tenacity, or smart?
Smart.
Smart.
Rip out the receipt like a Yu-Gi-Oh track card. You know that. Blue Eyes White Dragon! Fuck you.
Right, last question. Which animal are you most like?
Squid.
An injured bear?
No.
A spider? An owl? Or an English bulldog with multiple personalities?
That one, but I'm going to say owl.
No, it's a bulldog.
You're George St. Pierre. Oh, you're GSP. Yeah. GSP.
Right, what are you going for? Owl or bulldog?
I go owl.
Ooh. Oh God, right, okay.
Ooh.
Submit. Let's see who you get. Who do you think you're gonna get? Who would you like to get?
I don't know. I'd like to get Justin Gaethje, but that's not going to happen. I reckon I'll either be someone like Damian Maia or something like that, or Cowboy Cerrone. I don't know. Go on.
Hang on, it's still calculated. It's a very
It's very technical. It's very. This is real, you know. This is how that they hire.
It's very technical on my internet's just shit, but we're almost done. Apparently, it says.
They have, this is how they hire for the UFC. They give you a BuzzFeed quiz and, I'm sorry, a Brainful quiz.
Oh, what? It's telling me I've got to take a short survey to see the results.
Oh, do it. Take the survey. What did you think of this quiz? Good until this point. Yeah, I liked it until the survey.
Oh, God. Right, hang on. You Anderson the Spider Silver?
Yes! Anderson Silva! Yes! The Spider's the shit! I love Anderson Silva. He's a legend.
Would you like me to tell you what it says?
Yeah, go on. You are the best human in the world.
Right, hang on. We've got pop-ups. Hang on. Right. There is no doubt that you have been a penchant for cocky showboating, but anyone who doubts you is in for a big surprise. Imagine if you focused on the fight in front of you instead of trying to put on a show. It would almost be unfair.
Nah, you've got to put on a show. Dan's internet's trolling her. Yeah, indeed. Guys,
yeah, it really is.
So what do you think about these Just Chatting streams then? Are you enjoying them? Do you like them? And do you like me talking about other things of games? I know we had a massive discussion about Gravy earlier, which I don't know why, but we did. It just seems to go that way. But like talking about other stuff like this, are you guys into it? Because you guys like help shape how this channel is going to go. So I'd really enjoy your opinion on like little live pieces like this. But Danny, shall we go to my other point, which is going to really, really annoy some people, but I'm so delightfully happy with it.
Go on. Oh God, I'm scared.
Drink it in. You're thirsty, it's a hot day. Drink it in. Drink it in. It tastes delicious. It's the sweet nectar of life. It's one of the most beautiful things ever created. Yeah, sure, it's packed full of stress, but in life, what isn't packed full of stress, heartache and anger? It's Dark Souls, and it's only been voted
Golden Joystick. When was the Golden Joystick Award?
Ultimate game of all time. Read it! That way. That way. It's the best game ever. The ultimate game of all time. Say it with me, everybody, on the count of three.
How do you even say that, though? Because all games have not come out yet. If it was the end of games, like today, it's like, right, this is the end of games, no more games, no games.
There are no games.
Then
Video games are cancelled.
When was the Ultimate Joystick Awards?
The Ultimate Joystick Awards?
Whatever they are.
I'd watch it.
3 days ago? I didn't know that.
No, I didn't know that.
I'm trying to stay off social media a lot because it's not good for my brain, but no, I suppose then you miss things, don't you?
Yeah, the chat can go anywhere. You are really correct on that. These are the best. I really enjoy getting to know your life beyond, you'll say UFC, MCF. If we get to know you even better. Yeah, well, that's what I want to do. Like, it will be mainly gaming, but there will be sort of things like that because they're a lot of fun to do.
Well, like with streams and stuff, innit? Like, you can be live streaming the game, but we always end up chatting about loads of different stuff as well. It's just kind of what happens when you get people together and people talk and whatever.
That's it, the Golden Shower Awards. They're a different type of award. I'll send you a link to them. But no, how do you feel about that, Danny? The ultimate game of all time. What a powerful, powerful award to get. Can you imagine? Just going back towards fighting, like people will say, like the newest and hottest person that's not been defeated or lost in a fight, they're like the greatest of all time, and like it happens every few years that someone's the greatest of all time, right? But this is the ultimate game of all time. Like anything else that is coming out in the next few years is pish. Like it's not going to happen.
I love that the ultimate hardware of all time was a PC.
No shit. No. I reckon the ultimate hardware of all time is either got to be the fork or the spoon, or the ultimate combination of both, the spork.
I don't understand what that award even means.
Yeah, all right, it might be the ultimate hardware of all time, but PC gamers, answer me this, right? Where is PC 2? suckle upon it.
God's sake. What would everybody's if you are not a Dark Souls lover, what would everybody in the chat, what would your ultimate game of all time be?
This one.
No.
Can I grab Oscar's head? Yay! No, I don't, as much as I love Dark Souls, I don't agree with this one little bit, and I think it's quite funny. But I don't know. I just like the fact that it's getting recognition, and
yeah, because like it's one of them unknown indie games that's never talked
it's
about,
just
innit?
it's just a cool and obscure game. You know, you might have heard of it, you might not have heard of it.
So glad that it's getting the recognition it deserves.
Do I detect a hint of sarcasm in your tone there, Danny? Because I'm not enjoying it.
Oh yeah, I'm just so glad it's getting the recognition it deserves. Not that everybody and anybody who talks about games talks about how much they love Dark Souls.
You played it?
No, why would I?
Why wouldn't you?
It's not for me. I will play Bloodborne.
Bloodbin.
I will play
Bloodbin.
Bloodborne.
Bloodbin.
I will play Sekiro.
She
I will
says.
possibly play Elden Ring.
Elden Ring.
But Dark Souls just doesn't do anything for me. I'm sorry, but it just doesn't.
But it's so good, Danny.
Yeah, but you've just said yourself that it wouldn't be your ultimate game of all time. So what would be your ultimate game of all time? Because everybody knows what mine is.
BioShock.
Yeah, because it is innovative.
I don't know.
It was a what's the word?
A great leap.
A trailblazer.
A trailblazer.
Yeah.
Saying that though, when it comes to like BioShock, I'm really like more interested than I should be in Atomic Heart. I think that's going to be wild. I can't wait for that to come out.
I think it's going to be good, but I don't think it's going to be what I thought it was going to be originally when they first started talking about it years ago, which I suppose is the same with a lot of games.
I think it's changed, but no, my ultimate game of all time would be either something from the Soul series. Like, for me, like, Sekiro is better than Dark Souls. And you might want to, kick me in the face for that, any Dark Souls aficionados. I'm not saying that Dark Souls is bad or anything like that. I fucking love Dark Souls. It's amazing. It really did sort of like reinvigorate my love for RPGs and hard games and a challenge. But Sekiro, to me, I've got to love it more and I've got to respect it more because it broke my brain. And I kind of liked it. I kind of liked the fear of playing Sekiro. I kind of liked the fear of playing it for my very first Let's Play. And I liked having the nightmares because I knew that it actually meant something and it was doing something to me. And I've never, ever been that stressed in my life.
See, I'm surprised that Dark Souls won it and not Demon Souls. Because Demon Souls started it.
Yeah,
no?
Yeah, that's true. But this innovated on that, and then the innovation's been more and more. And Mark's saying, Mass Effect.
But then if Dark Souls innovated on Demon Souls, then obviously Dark Souls 2 and 3 innovated on Dark Souls. So why did they get it? It's like either start at the beginning or go straight to the end. I don't understand.
But they've not like done that. They've just said that Dark Souls is the ultimate game of all time, and it's never going to change now. It's going to live on forever.
And is this just an award that they've just obviously decided to do for this year, and then obviously they can't do it again because next year's they can't have an ultimate game of all time for next year because then it's like
just a one-time award for this little tiny indie game that no one knows about. It's good though. It is great. It is fantastic, and it is the recognition that it deserves. And hopefully, something like this will put it into people that don't want to try it because they're scared that it's hard and they're not going to enjoy it. But I again,
well, yeah, because there's nothing like Dark Souls games, really, is there? It's like people try and imitate. Soulsborne. It's like you were talking about Mortal Shell the other day whilst you were streaming that, and people try and imitate it, but
it just doesn't.
I think
it just doesn't.
It
work.
doesn't.
Yeah,
it just doesn't seem to come off as well. And the thing with like From Software is they've really honed in on what it is that they're good at, and that's what they kind of stick to. But then they also create different worlds around that and different things around that. It's like Sekiro is a lot different from Dark Souls, but
Indeed.
it's still in the same vein.
Yeah, it's still in the same. You're going to die a lot, you're going to get killed a lot, you're going to go for like corpse runs. There's a lot of lore written in the item descriptions instead of just like spoon-fed to you via cutscenes. And they've all sort of kept that together, and I really like that. And I like the fact that, like, I still don't quite know what's going on in Dark Souls. I still don't quite know what the ending's like, or what some of the characters do, or why they're doing it. But that's just down...
I bought you a compendium that'll tell you all them things.
Danny, I look at this compendium and I realise that it's possibly the biggest book in the world, and it's intimidating and scary, and that is why I don't read it, because I just don't know where to start with it. And yeah, very much at the beginning, of course, where it'll probably tell you the entire story. But it's scary. It's such a thick book. I mean that with 4 C's.
I know. I carried it all the way down to your heights.
It's almost as if it was planned to build the hype for Elden Ring by boosting the company's status. I don't like your attitude there. It says ultimate game of all time.
Oh, we've got a cynic in the chat.
No,
I don't know what you mean.
Yeah, I could totally see that happening, but I generally don't think they need to hype up Elden Ring any more than it already is. It was a game that everybody thought it was going to be cancelled, and then, oh no, they whipped it out like people whip it out in the park when you're unexpecting it, and boom, it was there, right in front of your face, and everyone was in awe and loved it, and then they released the gameplay footage, and then the game... the network testing, and that was brilliant. And if you've not played it, sign up for the next network test when they release it, because you're gonna want to play this. It is wild. It's so damn good.
Max said Mass Effect. I've never played any of the Mass Effect games.
I will say this: there is some nice dirty rumours of the Mass Effect Legacy Edition coming to Xbox Game Pass, so that'd be fun to do, yeah. And it would be nice to play with like modernised controls and better graphics, more enhanced graphics and stuff. So I've played like 3 hours of Mass Effect, and I didn't like it because I played it on the Series X, and the controls were bad because they're older controls, you know. So I couldn't really get on with it. But if they've made it newer and more adaptable to how we play these days, then absolutely I'll definitely give it a go, because they are also games that are like critically acclaimed, and you should definitely try. Even if you don't like it, try it for like one game, half a game, and if you turn around and go no, at least you can say, I'll dip my toe in it, and it weren't really for me.
I tried it, but it weren't for me. But I'm a bit like that with Horizon Zero Dawn, really. I tried it, and I'm still not 100% sure on it. It didn't really click with me.
No, it didn't click with me either. And but it's like what people say, like we gave it like 6 hours. People like, do 12, and I guarantee you, like, the story will open up and you'll love it. I mean, there are some really cool things in it that we, like me and you, really enjoyed some of the story. But then it was kind of like, okay, now it's like an Assassin's Creed.
It made me cry.
It did. Yeah.
In the beginning. So it wasn't like it wasn't like I didn't really give it the time of day, because I did, and it did give me all the feels, but I don't know, I just didn't really click with it. It wasn't one of them where I was like, I stopped playing it and then I was like, oh, I really want to get back on it. I just didn't.
Well, that's the thing.
But I would like to go back to it.
Yeah, well, it's on the thing, isn't it? It's on PS Now and it's on the PlayStation 4. I know it's old and cliche, but Zelda Ocarina of Time was a right place, right time game for me, and truly got lost into so many hours, escaped from reality I was facing then. Mate, I know the one game that did that for me was Red Dead Redemption 2. Right game, right time, perfect. And I think that will have to go in the brackets, like these lovely brackets here, of a game that was the ultimate game of all time for me. And I know it's not for everybody. I know people don't like cowboys and it's very slow paced, but one scene that will always stick in my mind is when you get out of the snow and you come down that hill for the first time and you see the open world, and I was just in awe, and I was like, God damn, I like this. And I loved Arthur Morgan. I didn't like him watching the trailers. I thought he was a bit of a bastard, and I thought he was just going to be like, you know, you're going to be playing the arsehole, like, but not a funny one like Trevor, or, you know, like your heart goes out for like Franklin and Michael in GTA 5. But I just didn't really think Arthur was going to be like the next John Marsden, and he turned out 10 times better in my humble opinion. I think he's the better cowboy out of them both, and that will probably go down as one of my ultimate games of all time. RDR2 is it's amazing, and I have not had the heart or soul. I don't even think I'm over it yet of how good that game is to go back and play it again. But they also
Sorry, I'm just laughing at Commander Keen's comment.
Unfortunately, your opinion is wrong on RDR2 because it clearly says Dark Souls is the best game ever. Oh yeah, I'm shit. Yeah, it's right there, isn't it? I just want a green screen wall so I can just get up and walk around. But
you pretty much have got a green screen wall, to be fair.
RDR2 is beautiful. I haven't put much time into it, but it's so nice. I'd really commend it.
Oh, you really should. I mean, it's one of those where you really need to have the time to put into it. It's not one of them where you can just drop in for like an hour or a couple of hours a week. Like, you really need to really sink some time into it. But
see, when
you do, you get into it, and it's an incredible game.
No, I totally agree with you. Luckily for me, I was off work because I'd done my ACL and I had my leg in a leg brace, and when that came out, I was like, oh yeah, play this for like 4 or 5 hours a day and then stop. Oh my God, it's Stephen Sykes, Mr. Sykes. Welcome, bud. It's been a while. I hope you're well and wonderful. Unfortunately, though, we're just packing up. I did have another one done, but I think my PC would cry because it was chugging earlier. But it was going to be I was going to take a little jaunt around the Xbox 20th Museum, and I did have a question, which was if you could sanction a museum dedicated to one single subject, what would it be? But my PC was chugging like hell when I was trying to do that in stream and run all the programs, so that'd have to be a thing. So Danny, just a quick one. If you could sanction a museum, and that doesn't even say museum, that is a typo. That is 2 typos I can see there. Nice one, Reece. If you could sanction a museum to one single subject, what would it be?
As in a game subject?
No, just a subject, just anything.
Oh.
I got to the south in RDR1, crossing the river with the sick music. Yeah, it's good. RDR2 becomes your second life for a little bit. Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it really does.
It's good. It's good.
I don't know, really.
What, a museum dedicated to one single subject?
Yeah.
I don't know either, and I was hoping to think of it while wandering around the Xbox museum, but no, it's it'd be a cool thing. Something like the history of medicine would be wonderful and weird, like the entire history.
That's what I did in school.
What, the history of medicine?
That was my history lesson, Jeff.
Nice.
It was a very interesting, and there was a museum that we went to where it kind of showed like how they did like operations and different things like back in the day. And I cannot for the life of me remember what this museum was called. And I have Googled it and tried to find it because I don't think it exists anymore. But I've Googled it and tried to find it and tried to find like pictures of this museum. And I can see it clearly in my head.
Yeah.
But I cannot find this museum for the life of me. But yeah, that doing history in school, we did 2 separate parts of our history. And one was medicine through time. We did that for like 6 months, and then the second half of the year we did I can't remember, it was some sort of American history, but I can't really remember because medicine through time was always my favourite, and I still have some of the books even now because it was my favourite thing to do, and I absolutely adored it. And then that's why I wanted to carry on and do history in college.
Yeah.
And then when I went to college, it was all about wars and kings and queens, and I just lost interest.
Bored the arse of you. Museum of Fast Food, Chicken Nuggets, School at the House of Nugs. Absolutely. Of what I've seen, I like this weekly chat you do, bud. Thank you very much, Stephen. Thank you very much, Mr. Sykes. How have you been anyway? Have you been well? Yeah, so we did one last week as well, and we're going to be doing them every Friday. So it's the live stream, just chatting, podcast, weekly roundup. We talk about absolutely everything. We spoke about half an hour about gravy earlier, which was quite interesting. But that is going to be that for this week.
Inventions that made an impact on everyday life.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
that'd be cool.
Good. Like the ice cream scoop.
Oh, God's sake.
Yeah, it's banging. But everyone, I'm going to end that there because, well, we've done this for an hour and a half now and I need to get some sleep ready for tomorrow. But next week's Just Chatting stream is bloody brilliant. I won't let you two know, but there's going to be a lot of voices. Let's just say that. And it's going to be very, very interesting. But guys, if you enjoyed that, whatever you watch from it, please remember to hit that like button, that subscribe button, that bell icon as well for all notifications anytime we upload a video or go live with a stream like this one. Other social medias are pinned right to the top right there. We have an Instagram, a Twitter, a Facebook and a Discord and a TikTok, and you can join them whenever you want. Please remember, when you see us go live, if you can, please chuck us on your social media, get as many people in the chat as possible, and that would be absolutely lovely of you. Mr. Mark Forrest, Miss Danny Booth, and because I know you've been moderating as well, I want to say thank you very much for moderating. I don't know what time I'm going to be back for my competition tomorrow, so there might be a stream, there might not be, but if there's not a stream, I'll release a short on Sunday for you. As that sounds. That sound good, Danny? I think so.
Yes.
Yes, cool. Right, everybody. Well, thank you very much for watching. Thank you for coming for the weekly roundup and the Just Chatting. And I love doing this. This is my new favourite thing to do. I like writing the stupid questions. I like sitting here, just moseying, just chatting shit. It's good fun. Yeah, it's good flat at work. I'm in power plants now, bud. Oh, are you really? Oh, lovely stuff. Well, I hope you are enjoying it. But guys, I'm going to have to go. So, Danny, did you want to say goodbye? And I'll say goodbye. And then we'll both say goodbye.
Goodbye, everyone. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, thank you very much for coming and listening to us chat nonsense and getting involved as well. I've been Reece Spice. This has been Ms. Danny Booth. We love you very much. We couldn't do it without you. We want to do it without you. Have a really nice day, a fantastic rest of your evening, and we'll see you really soon. Bye, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.